Alright, hey guys, this is Demon coming back for another round of Final Fantasy XIV. So, at a previous episode, doing rather well for ourselves. Here we are back here, inside the wonders of Renovate's Toll, inside the Rising Stones. At a previous episode, killing the warriors of well, not killing them, beating them up. And then they went to the first, Minfilia. Fun stuff. Otherwise, here we are back in the Rising Stones, about to talk to Alpha now and see what the hell else we can do. Welcome home, Irene. I trust your journey was uneventful. You'll be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured the crystals. He sent word a short while ago. Once he has delivered them safely into Temple Knight's care, he will rejoin us here and declare this matter officially resolved. While waiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Y'shtola and Cryo and brief them on all that has occurred. I also requested that they return to the Rising Stones at their earliest convenience. Now that our lost friends have been found, it would seem best to discuss the future here.
Back in the Solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Moonbreeder.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask. I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
You will always be welcome here, Cryle.
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. 'Twould be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the resistance.
There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
And what will you do, Alizé?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities. That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable, and we've always got her to keep us from bickering. But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie, I for my part shall see to the paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
Damn, she just called him Alfie. She just dabbed.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
Oh, I still have to go through Stormblood, Shadowbringers. You don't want to know, bruh. Dot dot dot. Strive for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. The road goes ever on a new adventure. What else?
Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
I wish they had, like, let your character be like a little bit more casual with the way they talk. Like, I want a little bit more smartass remarks. That's just me, but I'm a smartass, so that probably explains why. Actually, I am really a smartass. It's gonna get me in trouble one day. Well, before we talk to Alfie, we're gonna go talk to everybody else. Stola? It's great. We shall spend the coming moons conducting our own independent research. Should you have need of our services, however, you are of course welcome to seek us out. It would seem that I'm a scion then. Some derived comfort from which such titles, but I can't say that I feel any different from before. Well, maybe a twinge of pride. Twinge. Ida, you okay, Ida? Same as it ever was. She looked depressed. Rhoda, what up? Oh, do you think I'd be bested so easily again? When my competition with Lady Ida has ended, the Sounds of Dawn shall crown a new champion of the squad. It is passing strange to think that we may never see Lady Minfilia again. After witnessing so many of our missing comrades return to us, I dare to hope that she might one day do the same. Yeah, I know, bruh. You didn't say the word, Eileen. I know, I know. Wherever she wanders, no matter how far, she will always be with us. Oh, it's fine. Homie. I suppose I should not be surprised with everyone standing in a circle delivering grand proclamations about their future endeavors. She never felt obliged to make up one of her own. I have Sir Emmerich's assurances that the Temple Knights will henceforth keep a close eye on the Ishgardian crystal trade. Oh, and he extends his deepest apologies for your dinner having been cut short. Courteous fellow, isn't he? You would never guess he was a politician. It may be argued that the great sundering of the souls was an aberration, an existence of the 10 and 3 reflections, an offense to the natural order. That most assuredly is the Ascians' belief. 'Twas in the hope of opening mine eyes to said revelation that first came unto me. Imagining it sufficient to secure mine allegiance. Nor would they have been mistaken, were my heart a temple to truth alone. As a devoted follower of the Master of Eorzea's teachings, and for the love I bear him and his, I hearken not to their words. Homie. When you think about it, we've accomplished quite a lot in recent years, have we not? There are, of course, some few regrets for missed opportunities. A pity we're unable to deal with the Liberd and the... Oh, God. With Ilberd and the Braves once and for all, for example. Trouble in paradise. All these little mistakes are beginning to add up, and or you must try harder to remain focused. Do my best, Oka. I am. I just can't seem to clear my mind. I keep thinking about you and your brother and me. Trouble in paradise. Trouble in paradise. I forget. We talked to these two? Oh, no. We walked by these guys. Besides Fisher, thank God. I hope I don't regret this. Jesus. Leave it to me. I'll make sure she's properly introduced to everyone. Oh, my God. Look at the mighty and the sons of Seventh Dawn. Look how far we've come. The people we've met, the moments we've shared, the losses we've suffered, the tragedy we've overcome, all of it has made us who we are today. Where we go from here, what does the future hold? Only the 12 know. But I know what we will find out together. I know that we will find it out together. Oh, I really hope this chapter 4 doesn't end at this spot, because that'd be, unneeded? Actually, I don't know where chapter 4 ends. Scheiße.
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain.
I hope to
Where
God I don't
men
look
go as
outside.
one, there is life. And where there is life,
There's Jesus. Ah, my ear.
My
Well.
friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me. Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. I shall guard it well.
there is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
Cool. Oh, but as I was saying, I hope I don't look outside and see a giant pile of snow outside. It's supposed to snow really good today, and I'm hoping it's not that bad. Well done, brother. You may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle shall be our greatest yet, and I intend to stand with you all on that glorious day. True believers are so readily led. I've given them everything they desired, all for which they have prayed. I doubt you can say the same for your pawns. Get what you wanted then. Was it all worth it in the end? There were some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it the host to survive of light or dark. A world bereft of equilibrium is but a void in waiting, and a void is of no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. As for the pawns whom you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift, which I do now present to you. Really? We're big! Oh my god, you imagine those being your eyes and you could actually feel everything? Oh my god, that would suck. You're frozen in the ice. The eyes of Nighar, many were the candidates considered, but by your deed you've proven yourself the most deserving. I thought of the other thing. Imagine those being frozen. Man of boundless rage and bottomless despair, and whose breast beats of heart which thirsts for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield these eyes, for weal or for woe. Ooh. Hey. Ah, so it was here all along. Friend. Oh, you just wait, my pretty. You and I are going to have so much fun. Ha 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 ha. Silent laughter. The greatest kind of laughter. Most disturbing kind of laughter. Actually, that's a good question. I don't know when chapter 14 or chapter 4 ends. I told her everything that happened. She needed to know, and I thought it would be best if it came from me. Strange to think back on our first meeting. We were all so very young, so foolish, so powerless. When I was around for the first, I heard her speak to me. I know this to be true, but as I know that she will one day return to us. In those final moments, she was smiling, was she not? She was proud and hopeful and looking to the future. So I will too, Hydaelyn. I will. The gathering, I've been thinking, Hydaelyn, when time allows, we should go and pay a visit to Gabu with Alizé. By the time together was short, I know she felt a kinship with the young child. Ida still talking about? Yes, I was just thinking about, well, everything that I dozed off for a moment. Aha, sideways. Dab, dab, dab. My word, Hydaelyn, I must confess to some considerable amazement at the great trials and tribulations you and the others have recently overcame. I must apologize for our prolonged absence, and for the fact that we have yet to answer your many questions. As for Ida, well, all things in time, I suppose. So half an hour, we all know he's got his mind made up. The Crystal Braves are no more. It's all over. Bam! You haven't got to go home, but you can stay here. But he's not having it. Won't even let old Alfie finish. Yeah, I was worried about how to brief Papa Lima on the many momentous events which have borne witness to in recent memory. Little did I know. I need only to leave Hori to it. And straight on that fact. Hey, you got anything to add? The only company is motivated use, however, without Soldier around, I cannot help but feel somewhat isolated. I carried away with his training, lest you wonder, injured his back. Elaine has been looking after him ever since. Ooh, that sounds painful. Oh, as if you wouldn't try to get rid of me at the first opportunity. Don't you drag me into this mess. But I have a precious sibling too, and I'm sure she'd be happy to join us. Haha, believe me, I know all too well the burn that is a precocious sibling. We should be trading tales over a drink sometime, or perhaps even with the four of us. Never mind, quite frankly, having spent so much time on the road, often by myself, yet I will try approaching this as a learning experience, as I did in my travels. Had I kept an open mind, after all, I doubt I would have been able to master the ethereal blade, nor would I have benefited from the rather pointed advice that I received. There is no one path, as some are given to say, and there is wisdom in exploring every school of magic, as there is exploration of all things. Oh god, I'm getting tired. Hydaelyn, just to hear I wanted to see, would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet me at the Diamond Forge. It won't take long, I promise. Wait a minute. Oh, Jesus Christ, Father, Son, Spirit. Holy Father, Son, Spirit. Say a prayer. Oh, I don't want to go up here. Bad things happen. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here. Bad things happen. Jesus is angry. Oh, God. Everybody say a prayer. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm so sorry to drag you away from your duties, but as I said, this won't take long. I just need to stand perfectly still for a few moments. What do you mean by this? Right, Aaron? Ready to go to work? Oh, God. Now, no squirming now. Oh, and you might want to close your eyes. What I'm reading is that if Tataru asks you to go somewhere, you don't listen to her anymore. Run away in fear. Run away in fear. I'd be up through that damn chimney in a heartbeat. Oh, God. I don't know what that noise is, but it sounds like somebody just got the crap beat out of them. There, I'll finish. The Warrior of Light's every measurement from heroic head to intrepid toe. Why? I abuse my character. Well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Hydaelyn. All in good time. Aha, found you. Alphino wants everyone in the Solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seemed to think it was very important. Go on, we have everything we need. No sense of keeping everyone waiting. Yeah, I would not have walked into that situation.
We're here. Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Eorzeea has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Alizé. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Oh, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our numbers step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede she might struggle to balance her new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
I know nothing.
Thancred makes a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness! Help! I need some help here!
I would not help her. She just abused my character. I'd be the last one to walk in. friend.
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! God, how did... You stole her! Please, you have to help her!
Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance.
Ooh.
I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that, he needs to control the border with Gridania.
So, he means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I should depart for Limsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emmerich, and encourage him to send an envoy.
Yeah, no problem.
Tataru, Krile, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
Alright. Papalimo. After conferring with Y'shtola, we decided to focus our attentions on the East Shroud. Someone needs to keep an eye on the border, not to mention the Sylphs. I hate leaving Naga like this, but I know Crow and Tatar will take good care of her. Is there anybody else I can talk to at this point? Well, since find more private chambers, she might recuperate a piece. The poor was quite a state, wasn't she? They were all surprised by our sudden visitor, but Hori was able to gauge the situation at a glance. He realized that Makota posed no immediate threat and permitted her to enter, but she didn't mean that he was alert for some manner of a trap. Ah, yes, mayhap the elder is the finer man after all. I think she said her name was Monago? Her cause appeared to have been genuine, but I must confess feeling no small degree of trepidation even as I stepped aside. Mistress Cryo and Archon Y'shtola are truly exceptional healers. It was an honor to witness their demonstrations firsthand. If I could only tend my brother's battle hurts with such proficiency, I must have studied it ahead of me. We have some training in healing arts, so we shall take turns with Mistress Cryo in caring for her patient. Osha, in particular, seems rather eager to learn from experience. Even when casting the same incantation, the mastery of each practitioner greatly affects the efficacy of the spell, a principle that was aptly demonstrated to our two young mages here. Yes. I wonder what Solder would have to say about our wounded visitor. His own injuries yet keep him abed, and I miss savoring a cup of tea alongside his usual observations. I forget, did we talk? We did talk to her, right? Oh yeah, yeah, more private chambers. Alright, they must have went off to the one side. Alright guys, but unfortunately I had to actually end this episode right here. I think we're very close to a 30-minute episode. I remember right, I think we started this around 38-ish. I know we haven't done much in terms of getting stuff in. It feels like we did it around 38-ish. It's the only bad thing. It feels like it. Well, unfortunately I do have to end the episode either way. I got a couple things I gotta go do anyway. I gotta edit in a video. I had to still post a damn video for you guys for today on the 16th of December. I was kind of lazy last night, didn't want to do it, and because I had so much time to record, I actually rather recorded more than post the video, so I kind of got lazy on that fact. By the time the video gets done editing, it should be nearly 2 o'clock, probably like 20 or 10 till. Time I upload the video, it'll probably just be right before 3, so it turns out to work out a little bit for me. I think tomorrow is tomorrow is the 17th. I'll be busy in the morning around 8 o'clock. I actually have to go to my dentist and get something done. If I'm lucky, it's not painful, praise the Lord Almighty God, and I don't have to suffer through it. If I do, it's gonna suck. If I come back and I'm not in too much discomfort, I'll probably record more episodes of Final Fantasy XIV for you guys tomorrow. Worst comes to worst, I don't record tomorrow and I use Friday to probably do more of this. So, yeah, fun stuff, ain't it? So all I have to say is this, guys. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. When we come back, ladies and gents, more Final Fantasy XIV, and we'll be heading to Gridania to warn the Eorzeans of the plans of Griffin. I will see you guys next time. Thanks.